Welcome back to the free hour. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Trevor Turner. We're back with the ABCs, the free hour ABCs, the ABCs of tree. Today we are on D. We're talking about dreams. We're talking about big dreams. This is going to be a real short video. We're going to get straight to the point. Look, it's important to dream. And what are dreams, man? You remember when you was a kid? Remember when they asked you what you wanted to be when you grew up? Remember how that dream was sparked? Remember how we used to use our imaginations and run around and pretend like we were doing something? We would see ourselves flying planes or being firefighters or being soldiers or movie stars. What happened to those dreams? What happened to those dreams? I can tell you what the problem was. We were never taught to use those dreams as a compass. So we got lost on the way. And we had to succumb to reality, to expectations. Either that or you turned your dream into a burning desire and you're living your dreams right now. And you probably shared this video with somebody else. You didn't even need to see this video. But if you're that person who didn't apply it as a compass, you let your family talk you out of your dreams. You let expectations talk you out of your dreams. You let your friends talk you out of your dreams. You let reality talk you out of your dreams. You let bills, your spouse, your kids, your family. You let all that deter you instead of propel you. You let the desire for $1 kill the vision for $1 million, and you called it necessity. You got lost because you never programmed your compass to point you to your true north, to your dreams. You let it point to urgency. You let it point to what was right in front of you. You let it point to what you thought you needed at the moment. You let it point you to what you thought was more important in the moment, more urgent. You let it point to urgency. You let it point to survival. But the problem is that even though we let our compasses point to a different direction and we let reality kick in, reality settle in, is that we never let go of those dreams, and that's why we feel empty. It's not our relationship. It's not our terrible kids. It's not our neighborhood. It's not our house. It's that void that rests inside of us that is missing the physical manifestation of those dreams that you still carry with you, that you carried with you for your entire life. It feels like something's missing. And you know what's missing. You know exactly what is missing. It's you. That's what's missing. That's that void. That void is the you, is who you always dreamed of becoming, but left on the side of the road somewhere to settle for what you thought was good enough. Or dropped off real quick and promised you would be come back to pick it up. It's that you knew when you was a kid that you could be. That's that void that you fill in there. It's not the people that you have in your life. It's not your expectations with your job. And it's not your lack of education. It's not where you're living at. It's not the system that's around you. It's the fact that you know what you wanted to be. You know who you wanted to be. You still do. That's that void. That's that emptiness. That's that frustration. And look, it might have been good enough for her, for him, for them, for the boss, for your parents, for society, but it was never good enough for you. It was never good enough for you. What you left your dreams on the back burner for was never good enough for you. It's important to dream, man. Don't let go of your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't, or that you're too old, or that you're not capable. Look, it's people out there changing literally everything about themselves just because they feel like it. It's people out there changing literally everything about themselves from the time that they're children because they feel like something else. And you afraid to change jobs. You scared to go back to school. You scared to go on that audition. You scared to write that book. You scared of what people might think or might say. You scared to get laughed at. Scared no one will watch. Scared no one will care. Scared you might have lost it. Or you might be scared that you never had it. But here's how God works, man. Here's how the universe works. If your mind can conceive it, your ass can achieve it. Point blank, period. Don't give up on those dreams. Hold on to them as tightly as anything that you were ever held on to. Don't ever give up on your imagination. Never. Look, I had a conversation with this dude I was locked up with. One of his dreams was that he always wanted to be like an actor. So I was like, okay, you want to be a movie star? You want to be action movies? He's like, nah, man, I don't want to do that. I wanted to be like Flo. Or I wanted to be like the Geico caveman. Or I wanted to be like the dude on Liberty commercials. He wanted to be that guy that you turned on and you saw on the TV making these funny commercials that represented a brand. He didn't think of it that way then. He just wanted to be that funny dude that did his cool little things. And somewhere along the way, someone told him that wasn't big enough. Somewhere along the way, someone told him that was only a piece of a process. And then as he got older and he got further along in life, someone told him that wasn't going to pay the bills. Someone told him that he needed to go doing what he was doing at the time just to pay the bills, taking penitentiary chances, and he ended up in prison. Don't let go of those dreams, man. So you know what I told him? I said, when you get out of this place, you go down to those places where people might look at this as just a stepping stone, where people might look as getting in that commercial as just a foot in the door, and you do it like it's the most important thing you've ever done in your life. That's what dreams are about. Dreams are the difference between just wanting something and needing something. Dreams, when you plug them into your compass and you get pointed true north, it's the difference between doing what you have to and doing what you love to. And doing what you want to. It's the difference between knowing that I don't need easy, I just need possible. That's what dreams do. And once you can see those dreams as clearly as you could, when you were a kid, pretending to be Kobe at the buzzer, or pretending you was digging up dinosaur bones in the sandbox, that's when you program that compass. That's when you put goals behind your dreams. That's when you set a direction that will get you to those dreams and you start walking. That's even what Denzel Washington has said. I don't know if you've seen that little clip that he had put, but dreams without goals fuel frustration. That's what it means when he says that, is that you have dreams. You know what you always wanted to be. You know what you always would have loved to have been doing with your life. You knew what ever since you was a kid. But you didn't put goals behind those dreams, and all those dreams did was fuel frustration. But the problem is if you let go of those dreams, it fuels even more frustration. It fuels depression. It fuels sadness. It fuels emptiness. So instead of letting them go, we put goals behind those dreams. We put these goals as a lens, as blinders, as glasses, and we look at everything that we do through that lens. We start with the end in mind. We think about what we can do this year, this month, this week, today, that will get you to those dreams, and do them like they are the most important things you have ever done. And one day, you'll wake up to your dreams. Dreams are what tell you, I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Dreams are what will have you waking up in the morning when you don't feel like doing anything, when you don't feel like working out, when you don't feel like getting up to write something, when you don't feel like trying to make a video, when you don't feel like driving all the way down to do an audition, when you don't feel like getting at that person that you know you want to get at, when you don't feel like going back to school, when you don't feel like applying for new jobs, when you don't feel like doing none of that. Dreams are what tell you, I don't need easy, I just need possible. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Put goals behind your dreams. And when you look at your goals behind the dreams, don't just dream about what you want to do or what you want to have or what you want to get. Dream about what you want to be. And whatever you are, be a good one. And to get there, look, getting in touch with your true self must be your first priority. All right, and I'm going to leave you with this. I told you it was going to be a short video, guys. Dreams are so important. Dreams are so amazing. Dreams are what helped me change my life. Dreams led to goals, led to habits, led to behaviors, led to thought process and mindsets, to where I'm doing this instead of taking penitentiary chances, where I came out to this program instead of finishing my sentence because I had a new character and a new mindset. Dreams are what's making me go through school, even though this place that I'm at is putting up barrier after barrier after barrier. Even though the school was putting up barrier after barrier on this residency thing. Even though finding a job is putting up barrier after barrier. Even though they're talking about I might not have a place to go when I get out of here. But dreams are what's going to make sure that I finish school, whether I got to have a roof over my head or whether I'm sleeping in a car. And that's on everything I love. Look, dream no small dreams, for they have no power to move the hearts of men. And dreams are what will tell you that you will either find a way or you'll make one. Dream. Dream big. Dream big. Think about where you see yourself in 5 years. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Where do you even see yourself in 2 years? When I got popped 2 years and some change ago, I knew kind of early that I wanted to do something different, but never in a million years would I think that I would be able to come and talk about this stuff in such a easy way. Never in a million years did I think that I would grasp these concepts. Never in a million years did I think that I would be talking about positivity. But I dreamed of doing something different. I dreamed of being something different. I dreamed of going to different places. I dreamed of achieving bigger. And I dreamed of helping people do that shit too. And that's why I'm here right now. Even when I don't feel like it. That's why I dreamed of getting my body right. Even when every joint is hurting because I'm getting older. I know I don't look it. Matter of fact, they was hating at school and shit when they found out how old I really was. But even when my body is breaking down, my dreams are saying we're either going to find a way or we're going to make one. It don't got to be easy. I just need it to be possible. That's what dreams do. That's why it's important to dream. That's why it's important never to let anyone take those dreams from you. Never let expectations weigh you down. Never let what somebody else needs supersede your dreams. And I talked about the book Think and Grow Rich a couple weeks ago. There were so many examples of people who achieved, and I didn't get to every example, but there were people who went back to law school with families, with wives. There were people who had full families who completely switched tracks on what it was they were doing just because their dreams and their aspirations and their goals didn't match up with what they were doing at the time. So they took that shift and they burned those bridges. They found a way or made one. They got in touch with their true self. They made that their first priority. They didn't try to cross the sea just by standing and staring at the water. They took the leap. They took the plunge. Now, obviously, that means that if you're going to try and do that with people that you have to take care of, they have to be supportive. Maybe your dream is not being with that person no more. I can't really say. But here's the thing. It's important to dream. And it's doubly important to put goals behind those dreams. It's doubly important to put actions behind those goals. It's doubly important to put behaviors and habits into those actions. It's doubly important, especially with the concept of the free hour. Especially with that concept. See, what happens is that we try to do things like a diet. You go on a crash diet. You start eating such a small amount of food and you're doing all this crazy amounts of workout, and it lasts for what? A couple of months, and then your body can't do it no more. You can't do it no more. Instead of what we're doing is instead of trying to inundate ourselves with all this completely new stuff, we're just taking this hour, bro. That's all we doing. We taking this small little chunk of our lives and we implementing these brand new things into it. So after I get off of here, for the next 40 minutes, you can think about what your dreams are. You can think about making your mission statement. You can think about going back to read a book. You can think about trying to enroll in school. What would you major in? You can think about where it is that you really want to be in life. You can think about what it is and imagine yourself. What would you do if your dreams came true? And one of the best ways to do this, it's in, Tony Robbins talks about it. It's in University of Success by Og Mandino. Which is basically just a collection of excerpts from other books. So it's by somebody else, but Covey talks about it in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which will be done this week, I promise. What you can do is you can think about, this is the exercise to find your true self, to find your compass, to find your true north, to find where your dreams lie. Think about your funeral. Go somewhere quiet where you can be alone, where you can really think about this. Not the sadness of that death. Think about if you lived a long, full life. So either your funeral or your 100th birthday. And I want you to think about who it is that you would want to be there. I want you to think about the things that these people would say. Not only when they get up to the pulpit to do your eulogy or to make their comments, but the things that they would say to each other. What would your headstone read? Father, husband, son, achiever, leader, believer, dreamer. Someone who devoted his life to the service of others. Just think about what are the things that you would want them to say about you. And that's where you'll find that your values lie. That's where you will find that your dreams lie. And then what you can do is you can start to put goals behind those dreams. You can start to put long range, medium range, short range goals behind all of those dreams. And then when we go into the 7 habits, we're going to talk more about how to live in that time management space to where you can achieve those goals. But the first thing that you need to do is you need to remember that it's important to dream. You need to remember it's important to dream. You need to remember what it felt like to be able to dream. You need to remember what it felt like. See, and a lot of us, we think like, okay, if I had $20 million, I wouldn't do nothing. I would just play video games, or I would just watch TV and watch movies. I wouldn't do nothing. I would just have my girl over there and listen to music all day, have sex and all this other stuff. That's because you live a life so devoid of personal fulfillment, where you have dreams that aren't fueled by goals, which fuel frustration. Or you don't have dreams no more because you've been so stripped down by society and so beaten down by everything around you that you gave up so totally on those dreams that all you have is a void inside you. That you just feel like, I wouldn't do nothing. If I had all of that money and I wouldn't do anything. That's because you are in a place where you really want to escape your life. So don't think about what you would do if you had all that money. Think about what you want people to say about you when you're gone. And do that. That's dreams. Thank you very much for watching. Told you it's going to be a short video. Kind of went off on a little bit of tangents and stuff. I had something like written down, but it kind of went somewhere else. But look, yeah, man. Free our ABCs. The ABC's a tree. Stay tuned later this week. 7 Habits is coming. I'm over halfway done with it. It's a very long book. It's a lot of information. And I'm trying to condense it down into something that's not super long and super boring, but not super short and misses a whole bunch of stuff. Okay? I got another burpee workout That's already uploaded. I'm gonna be releasing it. Is introduction to kicks. It's just the same little easy 100 burpee thing, but it's like with some kicks and some Navy SEALs integrated in there. And that is something that's these variations of burpees are really where the difference lies. It's not about just doing straight burpees and having like solid state cardio type of workout. It's about having different types of variations that can hit your body. And these burpees are amazing. They're great. And then obviously got more stuff for you, man. I've been talking to some of these guys around here. Probably going to start the Parolee Paradise podcast. Probably going to be talking to you about some of my journal writing, some of my meditations. Going to be talking to you guys more about some of my daily routines, how I stay positive through adversity. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about what's going on in my life and my own personal day-to-day walk, so I can actually show you like mindset changes, because it's easy to just talk and throw these ideas at you guys and say, hey, be positive and follow the 4 agreements and don't take things personally and don't make any assumptions. But when you can see somebody who has gone through those changes in an extremely negative environment like prison, and then to be able to come out into a regular environment and still keep those things going, it's like, okay, that's how you do it. Because, I'm like probably one of the least capable people I know when it comes to actually putting stuff like that into practice. Up until recently, I've been very impatient. Up until recently, I've been I've had a very short temper. Up until recently, I've take things personally all the time. But you know what? I changed. And if I can change, so can you. Especially when you get back to trying to fulfill your dreams. All right? Thank you once again, man, for tuning in, y'all. Free Hour ABCs has been the letter D for dreams. Tap back in with me later on this week.